Hi.
Hi guys! So we are here for the Once Upon a Read Along live show this month. This month we are discussing Before I Fall by Lord Oliver. I don't have a physical copy of the book, but Chloe has it for you guys if you want to see it. Yes. And so we decided to pick this book this month because it is becoming a movie, or it is a movie, right?
It is a movie now.
Yeah. I haven't had
It's basically already out of theaters.
Did you watch the movie, get a chance to?
No, because it's basically already out of theaters. It was in theaters for like 3 weeks and now it's gone.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well,
so which normally means it probably wasn't good.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, maybe we can get it on Netflix or Hulu soon. Or there's a Dollar Theater in my hometown that does, like, now the movie's out of theaters, it gets those movies, and they're like $1.25 to go see them. And we need a Dollar Theater here in St. Pete. So
yeah, we do, because we're not going to be in Orlando together until like September.
Right. Well, next time I'm in Orlando, maybe I'll go and see it because I like the book. So that leads us to our initial thoughts. So any of you guys who are joining us, hello. We are going to talk about, what we rated it and what our thoughts were, and then we'll get into all of the spoilers. So,
can you message me the link first for this?
Oh yeah, I completely forgot. I should have done that like 20 minutes ago.
Also, I do not remember if I wrote notes for this, and I'm also too lazy to get up and get my notebook, so I'm just going to wing it.
Okay, so why don't you explain the synopsis while I'm doing this then, Chloe? For anyone who doesn't know.
As soon as you send me the link, then I'll get that out. Okay, so this is essentially a magical realism book that reads like a contemporary. So it's like contemporary and magical realism. And my dog is on the bed in case anybody hears noise. And our main character is Sam, and she's one of the popular girls. And one night, her and a group of friends get into a car accident. And none of this is spoilers, by the way, because it's all in the trailer for the movie too, and in the synopsis. They get into a car accident, and Sam wakes up experiencing the day over again. And she experiences the day 7 times throughout the period of the book. And that's basically the only way I can explain it.
Yeah.
This is the best way to explain it.
Yep, sounds good to me. My computer is so slow when I run live shows, so it's taking me forever to send this link to you. But I am sending as soon as my computer loads right now.
Maybe. I'm also sorry if my voice sounds really weird because I am so out of it right now and I'm losing my voice probably. Okay, I got it. Let me copy and go over to the Once Upon a Read Along Twitter. If you guys don't follow us on Twitter, at the Owlery Books, at Brunette Biblio, and then this is at Once Read Along. That's what it is.
The link is down below too in the description, as is Chloe's BookTube channel if you guys are not subscribed to her.
Yes. I wonder if Kat's watching. I don't know how many viewers we have. I haven't pulled it up yet. Let me pull up the chat real quick.
Okay.
And I'm sorry if you hear something, you hear like voices and stuff, because I'll have to mute it as soon as I pull it up. I feel like it has been forever since, like, okay, this is a really slow starting live show, and I'm sorry, but
yeah, we were not prepared.
No, because we just realized like an hour ago that we had a live show tonight. No, but what I was saying is it feels like forever since I've read this book, because I read it like right at the end of February and towards the beginning of March. And then I listened to the audiobook, and I listened to the first half of the first chapter again a week ago with you. So I don't know, it just feels like forever since I read it.
Yeah, I only read it like a week or so ago, and it feels like I've read it a while ago, but I've read like lots of books in between now and then, so that might be why. I'm going to try to pull up the chat too. But I guess while I do that, I'll let you guys know my thoughts about the books. I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars, which is rare because, like Chloe said, this reads like a contemporary. And usually Chloe likes contemporary a lot more than I do. And so for me to rate a book like this higher than she did, I was really surprised. Because, like, what did you rate it, Chloe? Like a 3 or a 3.5?
3.5.
Yeah. So when she rated it at 3.5, I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna hate it. Which is usually what happens with me in contemporary books. But I really liked this book. I thought it was great. I listened to the audiobook as well, and I think that like the narrator did a really good job of being the main voice and kind of like giving voices to the other main characters. I loved our main character's love interest, like the guy that she was dating.
Yeah.
His voice
Oh, the guy. Wait,
was hilarious.
I had to think about who you were talking about. Okay,
Yeah, like
got
who she's dating. Like there's a couple of love interests, I feel like, throughout the novel. But who she is actually like in a relationship with, his voice was so funny because he was like, "Hey, how are you?" Like he was just like, he sounded like he was stoned the entire time, and it just made his character that much worse in my head, which isn't necessarily a bad thing for this story. But before I get into like more spoilery things, go ahead and Chloe and tell us what you thought of it, so I can like really get into my thoughts.
Let's see. Hold on. I had the chat up, so hold on. Okay. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's not that it was bad, because I don't think it was bad. It just took me a while to listen to the audiobook. I think I listened to it for like a week, which is weird because I normally only listen to audiobooks for a couple of days. And this was my first Lauren Oliver book. Overall, I think it was good. Again, it feels like forever since I've actually read it. But overall, it was pretty good. 3.5 stars. That's all I got.
So, all right. So now that we've said basically our thoughts and stuff, I guess we'll go into all of the spoilers. So if you guys are watching this live or not live, and you haven't read this book and you do not want to be spoiled, go and read the book and then come back and watch this video later. But yeah, so let's talk about all of the things.
You start then, because I don't know. You most recently read it.
Okay, do you think she dies at the end?
I asked Kat about this. I actually caught as soon as I finished it.
The nitty gritty stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, as soon as I finished it, I texted Kat and I said, "She dies at the end, doesn't she?" And she said, "Yeah."
Yeah, it pretty much seems like it. Like the entire time I'm reading it, I'm like, "Please don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die." Like, can you find some sort of universe where everyone lives? Like, I
feel like after reading all of that, it was kind of just a letdown.
A little, but if you think about it, like, I don't know, and maybe I'm gonna pull some like Christianity religious stuff into this, but like she mended her fences and she fixed things as well as she could, and then she kind of like got her peace, I guess, if you could say. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess, because I mean, she did the day 7 times, so
you had to get it right eventually.
Yeah.
And then, so were you shocked about what's her face? The girl that
Julia or Julia Sykes.
Sykes, yes. Were you shocked when we found out that she was the one that made them get into the car accident?
Not really. The entire time I just assumed like it's because they were drunk.
Yeah, no, that's why I was so surprised, because I thought that it was reckless driving and they just got into an accident. And then we realized that Sykes in front of their vehicle to commit suicide, and that's why they got into an accident, and that's why she dies. Which
I think what's like since there's like so many days that they're repeating the day, that towards the end, especially towards the end of the book, they kind of just started to go together, and I'm just like, what's happening? And I think that's another reason why I gave it a lower rating.
Oh, yeah?
Because I was just like, what is going on right now?
That makes sense. It was really clear for me, I guess. I don't know. Like, when I listen to audiobooks, I literally just have to sit there and listen. I can't be doing other things. Like sometimes I'll clean, or something like that. But I can't be multitasking, like working or doing booktube things and listening to audiobooks. So I literally just have to sit there and completely focus on
Mm-hmm.
what's going on. And it's easier for me to listen to audiobooks and not skip over things,
Mm-hmm.
because I focus so hard on audiobooks because I have to, or else I'll miss something. That, like, when I read, I skip over things. Like, I just read so fast that I miss things. And so it was kind of easy for me to keep track of everything. But that makes sense. I could see how it could be confusing if you can't
Yeah.
follow different days straight. But that's what I got from it, because on the very first day when she first dies, the original day,
Mm-hmm.
saying that the main friend, what's her name? Like the mean.
Oh, what is her name?
I can't keep all of the names straight. There's like 6 different girls in this.
Yeah.
The major part.
Lindsay. I knew it started with an L.
Lindsay, yeah. So Lindsay, she's like, I don't know. I heard Lindsay say something, and I couldn't decide if it was shit, slick, sit, something like that. She said something, and then I died, right? And then when it was like the 3rd or the 4th day, when we realized that Julia Sykes runs in front of the vehicle, and we realized that Lindsay says Sykes and not shit or something else, right?
Was it really only like the 3rd or 4th day that we found that out?
I think so. I think it was like the 3rd day.
I thought it was like way later. I don't know.
Maybe it was the 4th day, but it was like right there in the middle, because it was the first day that she decides, okay, I need to fix this. I need to do something to figure it out. And so maybe it was like the fourth day or the 5th day where she's like, I gotta go figure out what the hell is going on, because Sykes has got something to do with it, and I need to figure out what's going on. Yeah.
I don't know why. Okay. I feel like this is going to be a short live show, just because I feel like whenever we're not as invested in a book, it's always shorter.
I was pretty damn invested in this book. I really, really enjoyed it, because it had just so many different levels, and the character development of the main character was insane. I remember we started listening to this audiobook when I was in the car with you on the way back from the thing.
Orlando, yeah.
On the way back from Orlando, and I was like, I'm gonna hate her, because I hate the mean girl type of contemporary, and I was just like, I am so over her already. But then the person that she was on day 1 to the person that she became was just completely different. And she really tried to do right by her and her family and her friends and Sykes and just like everyone. And I loved the way she just stuck it to her boyfriend. I loved everything about her.
That was funny.
Yeah, especially on the 5th to 7th days. I was just like,
she was just done with life.
She was. Oh my God. She was just like, I'll meet you in the room upstairs. And then she sends titties naked, and she sends that couple up there. And they're like, dude, put your pants on. I was like, yes, girl, yes, get it. I loved it. It was great. There was some really, really great moments of this story that I really enjoyed. Another really interesting moment that I think was kind of like the turning point for her, from I can do whatever I want and get away with it, to, okay, I need to stop fucking around and figure out how to fix this mess, was when her teacher basically molested her.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was in freaking insane.
That was really early on. That was the 2nd or 3rd day, I think.
Yeah, because she was getting to that point where she's like, well, I can do whatever I want, because tomorrow is just going to reset. So I'm going to do school, and I'm going to kiss my teacher. I'm going to mouth off, and I'm going to just say whatever the hell I want, because I can, because tomorrow it's not going to matter. Tomorrow it's just going to start all over again, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that traumatizing situation was like I said, her turning point of the story, where okay, I don't want to live this same day over and over and over again. I need to find out how to fix it and how to get out of this cycle.
Yeah, in the situation.
Yeah. So what was one of your favorite parts of the story? Do you have any?
I don't know if I have a favorite part. I have kind of like a.
Something that you hated?
It's not something that I hate. It doesn't even have to do with the story itself. No, just the chapters were so long. I remember when I first started reading it, and I texted you, and I was like, "Hey, first chapter is 85 pages, just so you know."
Yeah.
But then I realized when reading it, each chapter is a full day.
Yeah. And I think something like that I can forget. Like having, and the chapters don't really affect me as much when I'm listening to an audiobook. Like,
Yeah.
because, I can just stop it and step away and be done with it. Or I guess, I don't know, like physically seeing the end of a paragraph or the end of a page or the end of a chapter in a book helps me a lot feel like I'm being accomplished and I'm moving on from stuff.
Mhm.
I'm getting done with a lot of pages or chapters or paragraphs or whatever. But audiobooks, it doesn't really affect me as much as I'm not physically seeing it. And but if I were reading this, I think this is one of the cases of long chapters that I can really forgive because it makes sense. There's a reason why each chapter is that long because it's an entire day. So
Yeah, and I mean even the chapters, they're kind of like split up by like subtitles. So
yeah, oh yeah, I remember that.
I think it's kind of okay.
Yeah, it's not so bad because they're kind of like split into sections or whatever. But
See, if I had gotten to see the movie before the live show, I feel like I'd have more content to talk about. But I didn't get to see the movie. It's been like 3 weeks since I've read this book, and I'm really tired.
yeah, you were up like all night at Relay.
This weekend has just been so tiring.
There was something else that I had something to say about too, and I can't. Oh, her sister. Like, I loved her sister because she was just like, I felt like, I don't know, like for some reason I'm getting really philosophical about this book because I feel like her sister is at the beginning of the book, she doesn't have a connection with her sister at all. And she kind of is just like normal teenager with their little siblings. They're just like, ew, go away. I want to be friends, right? But then like when she realizes like at the end of this, I could be gone. Like I was lucky enough to relive this day 7 times, where in reality I could have just died and not been able to see my sister or my parents or my friends ever again. And so she kind of wants to take advantage of that, during certain moments. So the day that she stays home from school and she spends the entire day with her sister and she takes her sister to the like secret spot that she has was like so heartwarming for me. And maybe it's because like I have little siblings that like mean a lot to me. And so I can see why, like, if I ever was able to relive a day, like after I died, it would be a day that I spent with my siblings. That would, because they're just like my entire life. But yeah, and then I think so the philosophical part about her sibling is like I feel like she wants to be the type of person that her little sister is, because her little sister's just like, I don't care what you think, she's got the lisp. And she's like, why would I change myself because other kids make fun of me? This is my voice and I like the way that I sound, and I'm not going to change myself just to make other people happy. And I feel like that's who she wants to be, but it's not how she's acting, and she kind of like starts to change that and become more like her little sister, which is crazy because of the, age difference and how they, feel about each other, and her little sister being more mature than she is, even though she's like, they're like 10 years apart or something, I think, right?
Yeah, it's a big because she's like a senior in high school, I think, right?
Yeah,
and I think
like her little sister is like 7 or 8, so so that makes sense. They're like 10 years apart, and my little brother is 13 years younger than I am, so I could really relate to that, that the kids are just so innocent and they're so honest, and they don't have like a jaded view of the world about like, I need to change this aspect of me or that aspect of me to make people like me. And so, throughout the course of the book, she becomes more like her little sister, which is just, kind of ironic because of the age. And I really enjoyed that. There was a lot of things I really liked about this book.
I'm actually surprised. I thought you wouldn't like this book.
I am shocked. Did you remember when I was like at the end of last month's live show? I was like, I don't want to read this book.
I remember. I remember on Saturday when we were driving. Well, 2 Saturdays ago when we were driving back from Orlando. Right before we started the audiobook, you were just like, "So what is this is this contemporary or is this like, what is this? And I'm like,
It looked contemporary, so I just assumed it was contemporary.
Yeah, literally everything about this cover screams contemporary. Everything about it is contemporary, and then it's really just, it reads like contemporary, but it's magical realism.
Yeah.
But Lauren Oliver writes like a huge ton of different genres.
I really feel like it's contemporary with a magical realism twist, or like a fantastic.
It's some combination of the two.
Yeah, because like it's other than the fact that she lives the same day 7 times, it's contemporary. Like the only reason that it's not is that she lives the same day 7 times. So I mean, it just has a little bit of a hint of magical realism in there, but I was just shocked that I enjoyed this book, and maybe it's because this is like the first book that I read in almost 2 weeks. You know, but it was just, I loved the world, or the character development, and how the writing I thought was great, and the audiobook was fantastic. I love whoever narrated the audiobook. They did a really great job with just making everyone's voice unique. That's a hard thing that I find in audiobooks, is like all the girls sound the same and all the boys sound the same, and then that's it. And it's really hard for you to decipher who's speaking and when, but the audiobook narrator did a fantastic job of making everyone's voice unique, and you knew who was talking.
There was something I noticed. I actually turned to the correct page. Perfect. Do you remember when she was hiding in like the gym closet or something like that, and the 2 teachers were like getting handsy or whatever together?
Yeah.
I noticed something. In the audiobook, I think in the audiobook they call the dude teacher Mr. Otto. In the physical book, his name isn't Mr. Otto, his name is Mr. Shaw.
That is
yeah, I was kind of surprised, but I mean it worked. Because if I hadn't looked in the book, I wouldn't have noticed or known.
Yeah, I wonder why they changed that. That's interesting.
I don't know either. Tweet Lauren Oliver and figure it out.
Yeah. Why would you do that? That's like the smallest thing to change. That's crazy.
Why is the audiobook Mr. Otto, but the book Mr. Shaw?
Right? I love that she used that to blackmail the teacher. That when she was caught in the bathroom like smoking with that somebody.
Oh yeah. I don't remember her name though.
Yeah. But I thought that was funny. If I were a teacher, I'd be like, tell somebody then, like, you're getting suspended. I guess it wouldn't matter, though, the next day, because it would have just reset, but.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, someone commented, or saw it in the live chat. Writing Adventure said, hello, I'm new, and I subscribed. Thanks! Go ahead and subscribe to Chloe. Her channel is in the description down below.
Thanks. I wonder if Kat's watching, because I think she said she was going to watch. I don't remember, though.
I hope she does, because this is like one of her favorite books, you said, right?
Yeah, it's one of her favorites. She tweeted us. She tweeted the read-along Twitter.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Was it the Twitter? Yeah.
Yeah, I hope she should say something in the comments. Oh, there she is. She said, hi, guys.
Yeah, I was right.
Yay. Hi, Kat.
I'll see you on Saturday.
If you have any questions or comments about what we're saying, you should let us know, because apparently you like this book. I never heard that, but I guess we talked to Chloe about it.
We never got to see the movie together, though. We were going to try and see the movie together, and we didn't.
If it was still in theaters, I'd say that we should, like, go this week.
I'm saying.
But
the problem is we all have to find, like, a central meeting point, and that's hard.
Yeah, it is. It really, really is. Because, like, for me, everywhere is just, like, the way that we are relationed with one another and, like, the geography.
Obviously, I need to go more north. You need to come more east, and I need to go more north.
Yeah.
And then, Kat, you need to come more south.
Yeah, basically.
That's how it's going to work.
Yep.
I don't know.
Something like that. Kat says, I did like the book. Yeah. Didn't see the movie.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. We need to see it.
The one time, like, I looked up times to go see it this week when I could. And the one time that was available was, like, 2 o'clock on, like, Thursday, and I work at 2, so it didn't work.
Yeah, and the only day that I can do is like Tuesdays and Sundays, because that's Chase's day off, or I would need a ride, which is super inconvenient for everybody. Well, not for me, but one of y'all, because, you know. Anyway, we'll have to think of like a lunch movie date sometime soon.
What's the next book to movie adaptation
I
coming
was
out?
thinking that. We need to figure out what the next
We have one that's a book of the month, but it's not until like November. It was going to be Wonder by R.J. Palacio this in April, but then they changed the release date of the movie.
Maybe we'll do that one because that one's really, really good.
They changed that release date like 3 times. It was March, then April,
that means
and
they're really good on the editing. But
better be good. I've never read the book though, so I don't know.
We have 6 viewers at the moment, so hello everybody. If you guys have watched the Before I Fall movie or you've read the book, let us know in the live chat over here if you guys have any questions or anything. We've pretty much gone through almost our entire discussion, and I feel like we just got like a whole bunch of viewers after our discussion.
Yeah. I'm just like, I just feel like I am not as invested in this live show as I always am, and I don't like that I'm not as invested.
Well, next month will be better because I can't say what next month is.
Cannot take my job from me, Elizabeth.
I'm sorry. I'm so excited for this month.
That is the one thing that I have going for me in this live show today, and you're about to take it from me. That's the one thing that I know is like I got because I don't have anything right now.
Don't kill yourself.
I'm just so tired.
You can't think of any other reason why you gave it, like, honestly, I think the only reason why I took a half star off of this book is because the beginning, the main character was just so annoying, but once I realized, like, how much stuff was going on the days, like the second, the third, the fourth days, I was just like, this is really good, and I really got into it. But
I was pretty invested when I first started reading it. I think the problem is, I was kind of like towards the end, I was just like, I don't want to be reading this anymore because it took me forever to read it, like to go through the audiobook.
Right.
I think that's the only reason why I'm just like, ugh. And I don't want to say I'm in a reading slump because I'm not. I just don't want to read. Well,
you don't want to read?
Yeah. Well, Kat and I.
Reading slump to me.
Well, I don't. I'm trying not to call it a reading slump because I'm still reading books and stuff.
Right.
And like. I actually talked to Kat about this when we went to the Russo-Young signing, and I was like, I'm still reading and everything, but right now I'm in this middle of this period where I just want to read a ton of fan fiction, and I'm still in the middle of that right now. Yeah. All I want to read is fan fiction. Let's see.
We have a comment.
What?
From a live chat thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at that right now, actually.
Okay, so then Eliza said, I don't really like Lauren Oliver's other books, but I haven't read Before I Fall yet. Is it worth it to read? It seems pretty interesting. So I guess it depends on who you ask.
I still think you should read it.
Yeah, I think you should read it as well. Like, I really enjoyed it. And I haven't read any of Lauren Oliver's other books, so.
Well, neither have I. So, Eliza, if in the chat you can please explain to me the genre that Panic is. Panic by Lauren Oliver, that would be great because I have to read that in April. That would be great. So, I mean, like, if you really enjoy contemporary or magical realism or fantasy, I think, like, I really enjoy books that read like contemporary but have, like, a twist to it. Like, The Jewel by Amy Ewing, The Selection by Kira Cass. This book. You were literally always telling me to read The Jewel, and I'm just, like, I hear so many mixed things about it. Girl, I'm looking it up right now. With The Selection, did I? Yeah. I didn't tell you, and that was one of your favorite series. I'm telling you, so good. I love books that read like contemporary but have a background of dystopian or fantasy or magic or realism or, something like that. And so that's why I really enjoy this book, because I'm not a big fan of I definitely think that if you like, and we read this as a book like a year or two ago, Every Day by David Levithan, and Another Day by David Levithan, that duology. I think that if you like that duology, then you'll like Before I Fall, because I enjoyed that and I enjoyed this. Yeah, that's actually a really good like, what's the word I'm looking for? Comparison. Yeah. They're both magical realism. Yeah, and then there's this other contemporary that I really liked by A.S. King, and it's called The History of Gloria O'Brien, I think. It has like a yellow cover, and I really liked that one because it's a contemporary with a magical realism twist, but it's weird. A.S. King is weird. Like, she is
crazy, but the book was fantastic. I'm pretty sure it's called The History of Gloria O'Brien. Something about history and Gloria O'Brien. I don't remember, but it was a really good book. If you've read that one and you liked it, then I think you'd like this one too. But
I'm looking up again the history of
Gloria O'Brien.
Gloria O'Brien's History of the Future.
There you go. That one.
Yeah. I recognize the cover, yeah. I've never read it before though.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. But basically the synopsis is like that Gloria O'Brien, she eats something which is gross. It is gross. Like, it is nasty. So she eats this thing, and then she's able to see people's futures. Like, she can look at somebody, and it's like she is in their body, in their future. Like, it's so crazy. And
that sounds really weird.
But it was cool. Like, it was like the weirdest superpower ever, but it was so interesting to hear her perspective of like seeing someone else's future, but as them. Like she was talking about this one guy she saw at the mall and how like his great granddaughter is going to commit like some heinous act, and like how this guy, like, it was just so weird, like, but it was cool too. It made you really think, and it was just interesting.
It sounds really weird.
Yeah, A.S. King is odd, but she writes books.
I've never read A.S. King.
That's the only one that I read by her, but it was pretty good.
Do you have any other thoughts about Before I Fall? Let me check the chat.
Nope, nothing yet.
I have nothing. This is a short live show.
How long are we going for? 35 minutes? It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. But I've basically talked about everything that I have wanted to talk about. If you guys missed the beginning where I just gush about all of my thoughts, then definitely rewind and go check those out, because we kind of got off track here at the end. But I really like this book.
Kat wants to know what our favorite parts were. I don't have a favorite part. What was yours?
Probably when it was what I mentioned before. So when she like tells her boyfriend to go get naked and go in the room upstairs, and then she sends this like couple, she's like, if you guys want some more privacy, there's this room upstairs, and she sends him to that room, and they go in there, and he's butt naked.
Put your pants on.
He was like, put your pants on, man. It was so good, and I was like, yes, bae, kill it. I love it so much. It's just so funny, and I loved that part.
I just like the way it was said.
Yeah, she was like, put your pants on, man.
Put your pants on, man.
Which is why I love like the narrator. The narrator did such a great job of like being the voice of these teenagers, and it just sounded so authentic, and I loved it. You really don't have a favorite part though?
None that I can remember. I don't know. I'm just really tired. That's my excuse for the entire day, is I'm tired.
Always like, I quit. I'm done.
I'm so done. I need to edit tomorrow's video, and I haven't even filmed Wednesday's video yet. Like,
girl, you need to step it up. You need a nap, and then you need to get on it.
I don't have time to film tomorrow, because normally what I do is I film between work and school in that like hour and a half that I have. Mm-hmm. But Mondays are always the day, unless my humanities professor cancels class tomorrow, which I pray to God he does. The only way I'm going to be able to film tomorrow is if I do it after I go to the car dealership after work, which is like, it's going to be like 8 o'clock at night then.
You can do it, babe. I believe in you. I believe in you. You just need to go to bed early, sleep in if you can, and then I think you'll be all right. But so if we've talked about, I think like we've covered our bases. I feel bad for anyone who's come in here at the end, because it's a really short live show. Yeah. Like I said, just rewind for all of my thoughts from the beginning, because I had quite a few thoughts.
You got really deep with it.
I did. I got so deep. And I don't know, Kat, if you saw, but I got a little religious, which is just not like me.
It's not you.
No, it's not me at all.
That's neither of us.
No, definitely not. But I got a little religious with it. So yeah, definitely check out the beginning of this live show if you're just now joining us. But I guess we will go on to our final thoughts, and then Chloe's favorite part of the live show. I should have like a sound effect for this part, because I always
favorite moment.
Favorite part of the live show. Dun, dun.
Tasha and her bass. Hey, do you watch Tashapolis?
Yes. I love that part.
Favorite moment of the day with Natasha and her bass. Hey, hey. I'm also losing my voice a little bit, so let's hope it comes back before we head to Jacksonville on Saturday.
Fingers crossed. All right. So again, I gave this book a 4 to 5 stars. It was definitely a good book. I really enjoyed the audiobook. If you have a chance to read the audiobook, you should definitely do that. I liked the character development. And I thought just the fact of repeating the same day over and over and over again was a really interesting plot point. And I think that Lauren Oliver executed the plot so well, which is why I enjoyed this book. And again, 4 to 5 stars. So those are my final thoughts. Chloe?
I gave this book a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I wish I'd gotten to see the movie before today. It's not that I didn't like it. I enjoyed it. I just got tired of listening to it because it took me forever to listen to the audiobook. And yeah, if anybody's read Panic, please tell me the genre because I don't know and I want to know.
I'll look it up for you, and then
Please
you can go start talking about next month's book. I'm so excited.
Okay, I'm excited too, but I'll explain that later. Okay, so we don't even know what day we're doing this live show. Hold on, give me two seconds here. Okay, yeah, we do know what day. Never mind. All right. Well, it's normally the first Sunday of every month, but it's not the April live show. It's the May live show that we have to push back for like a week because that's the day we come back from Cocoa Beach. But I keep forgetting. Okay, anyway. So, I don't have a physical copy of this book because the book's not actually out yet. It comes out on April 11th. But the April book of the month is going to be, I have a picture on my phone. Thank you to my bird. I have a picture on my phone. Is going to be Alex and Eliza by Melissa de la Cruz. And I am so pumped for this because it's historical fiction and it's also contemporary, I think. So it's like the perfect book for you and I because you like historical fiction and I like contemporary. So it's perfect.
Love it. I'm excited.
And if you guys don't know, it's about Alexander Hamilton and Eliza, his wife. And I am pumped for this book just because I recently got on the Hamilton train, so I'm pumped.
So Panic, really quick, is a young adult contemporary mystery according to Goodreads, and it's about this girl who has to compete in.
I know what it's about. I just didn't know the genre.
Oh, okay. All right. I was like, I had no idea what it was about, but it says mystery, yeah. So
I'll read a mystery. But I've done so well with my unwrapping books. Like I've unwrapped two books now or 3. 2. This is the April one is the 3rd one, and I've done really well. Like I even finished my March unwrapping book, and I finished it like the day before the year end, or the month ended. Anyway, the live show for Alex and Eliza by Melissa de la Cruz is going to be on Sunday, May 7th, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Elizabeth's channel. So this channel, and of course,
same back channel.
I don't even know what you just said.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah, what she said.
You don't know that?
No.
Oh, it's like a joke. Never mind. Anyway.
Anyway,
let me know in the comments if you're in the live chat if you know what I'm talking about.
So.
So is that it?
Yeah, May 7th. I'm actually going to tweet it right now. I've never read a Melissa de la Cruz book before. Have you?
Yes.
What'd you read?
Frozen.
Oh yeah. I've never read that before though. I've never read anything by her.
Which was okay. I did not continue on with that series. I DNF'd the series. The first book was all right, but it didn't have me invested. I've also seen the Witches of East End. I've seen the TV show, which is based on one of her books. But other than that, and the TV show was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never read any of her books, so.
Yeah, I've just never read anything by her. I'm sending out the tweet on the Twitter on the read along Twitter. That's what I'm trying to say.
Good. And if you guys want a sneak peek of any of the books that we're reading for the rest of the year, you can check out the Goodreads, which I forgot to link down.
The Goodreads is only updated through like August, I think, because we don't know what we're doing.
Need anyway.
Yeah.
I thought we figured out a book for November. And
yeah, no, we need one for December, I think. I think we figured out October already.
No, December is.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Who knows right now? I don't know off the top of my head. Honestly, I barely look at our Goodreads group. I don't know why we still have it, but Twitter is what it is.
You know, just in case if someone finds it and they want to watch it. I don't know.
Our live show will be on May 7th. God, I can't tweet and talk.
I know. It's hard for me to watch you tweet and for me to talk because I don't want to like interrupt you. But
well, I'm just trying to get. Like, I have a picture of the book on my phone. I'm trying to make sure the picture goes up. It's within 140 characters and everything. And
oh my God, the 140 characters thing, I just can't. I'm so done with Twitter at 140 characters and not being able to edit your freaking tweets. Ugh, that's
Twitter. Get on that. I'm tired of having to copy and paste tweets and then put them up and delete it. And it's just get on that editing thing, man.
It's too much.
Oh my God. Okay, tweet. And then let me pin it to the profile and then change the description of our thing. I did have coffee earlier today. I had a coffee culotta from
Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, we need to talk about Saturday, by the way.
Okay.
Kat, you want to get in on this chat for a second when we're not live anymore?
Yes, all right now.
we're gonna bring her in on the chat if she says yes. After we're not live anymore.
Okay. All right. But so I think now that we've done all of that and we've let you guys know what we're reading next month, that's pretty much all we've got for you guys today.
Yeah.
So I guess we will see you guys. When was the live show date again for Alex and Eliza?
Sunday, May 7th, 2017, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Owry Books. I always just say the Owry, but on the Owry.
On my channel. All right, yes. So we'll see you guys next month. And I'm excited.
Kat just followed the read along Twitter. Thanks, Kat.
God, she wasn't following before. Jeez.
Kat.
What's wrong with you? No, I'm totally just kidding. I love you.
I feel like my voice just broke when I said Kat.
Kat. Come back, Kat. I'm sorry, that was totally a Titanic reference.
I don't know what's going on right now.
I was saying
happening.
I was mocking
right now.
I was mocking.
Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. This is like getting weird. It's getting weird.
Okay, all right. Bye, guys.
Bye. See you next month, May 7th. Bye.